using set operators, union and union all. Okay, we check combine results set of two or more queries into a single results set using the union and union all operators. Okay, we check. Here is the example. Union. Here is A 1 2 B 2 3. Then union A union B. Then 1 2 3. No duplicate records. And use union all. Then all the record will be shown and duplicate also. Okay, to be repeated. Check the query. Select first name last name from employee union. Select first name last name from dependents order by last name. Here the union query example. We check for the next point is intersect. In the intersection A intersect B, that will be shown only the distant common values 2 and 3 in the result. These are the queries. Select ID from A intersect select ID from B order by ID descending. Emulate SQL intersect operator using the inner join clause. Using the inner join clause, we will getting the same result. And here is the query. Select A dot ID from A inner join B on B dot ID is equal to A dot ID. This query will be giving the same result as using the that intersect. Okay. Next is minus A minus B. That will be giving the only that record is not present in the B. Means there is 1 2 3 2 3 4 2 3 and that 4 will be thing not means only record of the A, that one will be shown in the result. Here is the example. Select employee ID from employees minus select employee ID from dependents. Next point is subquery. Subquery shows you how to nest a query inside another query to form a more flexible query for querying data. SQL subquery is in the select clause. Okay, we will check the example. The following example finds the salaries of all the employees, their average salary, and the difference between the salary of each employee and the average salary. Okay, here is a query. Select employee ID, first name, last name, salary. Here is the subquery that showing the result. Select round average salary, comma 0 from employees table and aggregate that alias name at average underscore salary. Okay. Next is salary minus select round average salary, comma 0 from employees. There is the difference between salary and average salary. From employees table order by first name last name. Okay. Next point is correlated subquery. Introduce you to correlated subquery, which is subquery that uses value from the outer query. Okay. Here is the query. The following query finds all the employees whose salary is higher than the average salary of the employees in their department. Select employee ID, first name, last name, salary, department ID from employees E, where salary is greater than, select average salary from the employees where department ID is equal to E dot department ID. Order by department ID, first name, last name. Here that in the subquery that E dot department ID used from here. Okay. Another SQL correlated subquery in the select clause example. The following query returns the employees and the average salary of all the employees in their department. Here is the query. Select employee ID, first name, last name, department name, salary. Select round average salary, 0 from employees where department ID E dot department ID average salary in department from employees inner join departments D on D dot department ID is equal to E dot department ID order by department name, first name, last name. Okay. Next section is data manipulation language, DML. It stands for data manipulation language. It adds or updates the rows of the table. These rows are called a tuple. It is used to add, retrieve or update the data. It is further classified into the procedure and non-procedure DML. Basic command present in the DML are update, insert and merge, etc. While DML uses where clause in its statement. Here is the insert. Insert one or more rows into a table. Query structure. Insert into table name. Round bracket column 1, column 3 values. Column 1 and column 3 values. That value will be provided here. Insert multiple rows into a table. Insert into table name values. Value 1, comma value 2 up to multiple values that are in the round bracket, then comma, then same, that value back will be sent and last semicolon. Here is the copy rows from other tables. You can use the insert statement to query data from one or more tables and insert it into the another table as follows. Insert into table 1, column 1, column 2, select column 1, column 2 from table 2 where whatever the conditions. Okay. Suppose you have table name dependence archive that has the same structure as the depend table. The following statement copies all the rows from the dependent tables to the dependent archive table. Okay, no need to add the column name. Here is insert into dependent archive, select star from dependents. These are the dependent table and this dependent archive table. All the record will be inserted in the table. Next is update. Update existing data in a table. Update table name set column 1 is equal to value, column 2 is equal to value 2 where condition. These are the syntax. Okay, we check the query. Update dependents set last name is equal to select last name from employees where employee ID is equal to dependents dot employee ID. Okay, we will update that last name using the subquery. Next is delete. Delete data from the table permanently. Delete from dependents where dependents ID is equal to 16. S2 delete rows from the related tables. Here is the example. To remove the employee ID 192 and all the employees dependents, you need to execute two delete statements as follows. Delete from employees where employee ID is equal to 192. Delete from dependents where one employee ID is equal to 192. Most of the database systems suppose the foreign key constraint so that when one row from and table is deleted, the rows in the foreign keys tables are also removed automatically. Therefore, when the following delete statement is executed, delete from employees where employee ID is equal to 192, all the rows with the employee ID is 192 are also removed automatically. To remove all rows from a table more efficiently, you use the truncate table statement instead of using the delete statement without where clause. Truncate table, truncate and table name. These are the syntax. Truncate table, table name 1, table name 2, multiple table will be truncated using the same single query. Okay. Next is the data definition language, DDL. It stands for data definition language. It is used to create database schemas and can be used to define some constraint as well. It basically defines the columns attributes of the table. It doesn't have any further classification. Basic command present in the DDL: create, drop, rename, alter. Data definition language: create, drop, rename, alter, etc. Create table. Check the syntax. Create table, table name, column name 1, data type, default values, and column constraint. Column name 2, data type, default value, column constraints. Same as table constraint, and that round bracket is closed. We check the sample. Create table, course ID, int, auto increment, primary key, course name, varchar 50, not null. Another query: create table, training, employee ID, int, course ID, int, taken date, primary key is employee ID and course ID. Next point is alter table. Alter table is used for the modify the structure of the existing table. Alter table, table name, add new column, data type, column constraint after existing column. These are the sample query. Alter table, courses, add credit hours, int, not null. Alter table, courses, add fee, numeric 10, 2 after course name. Add max limit, int, after course name. SQL alter table, modify column. Alter table, courses, modify p, numeric 10, 2 not null. So alter table, drop columns. Alter table, courses, drop column p. Here that column p column will be drop using the alter, and this the new that p column will be modified to the numeric. And here we only added the two new column in that column type, data type, and their constraint, and after whatever the column present in the table, after that column will be inserted in the table. Okay. Next point is drop table. Remove the table permanently. There is the syntax: drop table, table name, that drop table emergency context. Also multiple table will be drop table, table name 1, table name 2, and comma, and multiple tables we will able to add. Here is the point: truncate table. Delete all the data in a big table fast and efficiently. Truncate and table name. SQL truncate table versus delete. Logically, truncate table statement and delete statement without the where clause gives the same effect, that removes all the data from a table. However, they do have some differences. What is the difference? When we use delete statement, the data type system logs the operation, and with some efforts you can roll back the data that was deleted. However, when you use the truncate tables statement, you had no chance to roll back except you use it in the transaction that has not been committed. Okay, to delete data from the table reference from the foreign key constraint, you cannot use the truncate table statement. In this case, you must use the delete statement instead of the truncate table statement. Does not fire the delete trigger if the table has the triggers associated with it. Okay. Some data type system reset the value of an auto increment column or identity sequence etc. to its starting value after you executing the truncate table statement. It is not the case for the delete statement. Means if the ID then it will be reset to the 0 automatically, and it is then again auto increment. In delete that will be started whatever the last number. The delete statement with the where clause deletes partially data from a table, while the truncate table statement always remove all the data from the table. Okay.